quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes!
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
down.
Watch who he's going to set up. He's going to go for it. Fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's game between the Boise State Broncos and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. This is going to be the third time that they've met. How do you think this game's going to go, Nate?
Well, this should be a fun one. We've got a lot of newcomers in this one. We got 15 or 16 brand new guys out on the field tonight with between both teams. Should be fun, including Riley Rory, Nebraska's new quarterback.
Yeah, so Boise has the ball. Here's the ball, draws back for a pass, and he takes off running. He gets good yardage down to the 50, down to the 45-yard, 24-yard carry by Ryan Smith. It was great. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ryan Smith, we saw him last year trying to run this triple option. Boise State's gone away from that, getting Ryan Smith into a more traditional offense where he can succeed. But as you can see there, he still has those wheels and picks up a big gain on the first play of the ball game.
And Smith in shotgun, 3 wide receivers off to the far side. Fake handoff. He runs off again. He's off to the third. He slides down. Another big gain for Smith.
And we're going to see this all night. Ryan Smith, if there's nothing open, he's going to use his athleticism. Nebraska might have to already think about putting a spy on this very quick Boise State quarterback.
We're moving the ball quickly, only 2 plays. They got 4 wide receivers off to the far side, empty backfield. He takes off one more time, but this time he only gets about back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good play that time from the Nebraska defense. It looked like a designed quarterback run that time. He was swarmed under quickly. Those Nebraska linebackers flow into the football, dropped him at the line of scrimmage.
Smith, wide receiver, fake handoff read, and he gets to about the 14-yard line.
And this drive right now is all Ryan Smith. They might have to take this ball out of his hands because he's probably going to be a little bit tired after all those carries already.
You would think. He drops back for a pass, and he takes off again. This is the Ryan Smith show.
And you know what? If it's not broke, don't fix it here early on. Ryan Smith not seeing anything downfield, not trying to force the football, doesn't want to turn one over early on in this season, and he's doing a good job picking up yards with his legs.
Oh, yeah. Empty backfield, shotgun, he passes the ball, and it's going to be a touchdown. Garrett Warner finally passes the ball.
Yeah, I mean, they dropped back to pass 5 or 6 times, it seemed like, in that drive, and finally Ryan Smith saw something he liked. He gets Warner in the corner of the end zone, that front corner, and it's a beautiful throw. The freshman Garrett Warner, his first catch, and it's good for 6 points.
It looked like it was just going to be all Ryan Smith.
Yeah, early on in that drive, I should say, Ryan Smith was making the right decisions, not seeing anything downfield, not forcing the football. Does a great job taking off with his legs. And we'll see now it's up to the freshman Riley Rory, the Nebraska quarterback, to try and come out and answer in his first drive.
So that kickoff gets brought back out to the 20. Nebraska takes over. Handoff right up the middle. Oh, gets about 1 yard. Lewis Jr. He had a gap.
Yeah, he did. It was some good blocking early on, and Spencer Lewis Jr. hit that hole quickly. But again, Boise State's second level starting to swarm under and held that play to only 1 yard.
Oh, looks like a false start.
And when you're looking to answer, that's not the way you want this drive to go. 1 yard on first down, and then your offensive lineman getting a little anxious, wanting to go hit somebody in the mouth. It's been an entire offseason. Just got a little too antsy that time.
Got tight end in motion. Drops back for a pass. Looking. Fired right down the middle. Oh, but he drops it.
And Riley Roy, first throw of the season, and he puts it right on the money. Unfortunately, his receiver can't hang on to it. There's a pretty good play as well from that Boise State linebacker coming across the middle, knocking it away late.
Rory has 3 wide receivers to the near side, rather. Oh, and he's sacked for a loss. 6 on the play.
A big play from Alexander Wilson on third down. You know the young quarterback's got to go throw the football, so go after him, and they do just that. Great play, dropping him for a big loss. So a 3 and out for the Nebraska offense, not what they wanted to see to start the season.
Standing in his own end zone. Hopefully this is a great punt. The stiff breaking tackles for Rashard Black with a 14-yard return.
That's a good return there from Rashard Black. Did a great job setting Boise State up. They had terrible field position last time, or average field position, went right downfield. Let's see what they do with the short field here.
Smith back for a pass, looking to the left, and a gain about a 7 from McCray.
A good job from McCray. He just sits down, and this time Ryan Smith is able to find the open receiver, flips it out to him, and then allows his receiver to pick up extra yardage.
Quick pass, intercepted.
And that is a big play. Yeah, that screen pass, and we've seen that's kind of a feast or famine play, and this time it's picked off, and J.P. Shannon read it, and fortunately for Boise State, it didn't go back the other way for a touchdown, as we've seen so many times, but a big answer from the Nebraska defense there.
Corey, hands off right up the middle, breaking tackles, 5-yard gain for Spencer Lewis Jr.
And early on, it might be a good thing for Nebraska to get Spencer Lewis Jr. and even Riley Rory moving with the legs, the ground game, and let that be the driving factor of this offense.
Nice read option play. Spins out of the tackle. Oh, he keeps going. Racing down the sideline. Riley Rory with a gain of 23 on that rush.
And that's exactly what we were just talking about. Rory getting to the outside, making a couple guys miss with that beautiful spin move, and then just refusing to go down. And Riley Rory, a big 23-yard gain, has Nebraska over the midfield stripe into Boise State territory for the first time tonight.
Looking to keep that momentum going. He goes off for another read option, but is stopped with a 3-yard loss.
And that was Alexander Wilson again. We saw the sack on the last drive to end it. This time he does a great job to get off some blocks, making this read and not allowing Riley Rory to get to the outside this time.
Got 2 wide receivers to the near side. Read option again. Goes for a 2-yard gain.
And as we just mentioned, this is going to be big for Nebraska. They've got to continue to run the football. We saw the negative play on first down just a second ago, but this time they go out and they only get 2. But again, it's some positive momentum. You are in 3rd and long, but you don't want to continue to put your quarterback in these positions. You got to run the football to keep out of it.
Yeah, 3 wide receivers to the bottom, and he gets sacked again.
And again, it's Alexander Wilson. So we've seen him in the last 2 drives here for Nebraska, just coming right off the edge. And that right tackle, I mean, the poor guy has absolutely no chance on these 3rd and long situations, and doing a great job getting Nebraska off the field.
Falls off, gathers it around the 20-yard line. He breaks a couple tackles. Oh.
It's another good return from Rashard Black. We saw it on the previous punt. This time he as well does a great job breaking some tackles and getting Boise State again in good field position. We'll see now if Ryan Smith can protect the football.
Ryan Smith drops back for a pass. Offers wide receiver screen pass that did not work for him.
And it's a good job, again, this Nebraska defense swarming to the football, tried to set up that halfback screen, and just unable to get anything going that time. And setting up Boise State, I should say, in a long situation here. We'll see if they start to come after the quarterback.
Get a bunch formation. Smith drops back for a pass with a wide open receiver and reception by Grayson.
And Nico Grayson, a good job getting to the corner. Runs a simple little corner route from that slot position. Does a great job getting his feet down inbounds. Ryan Smith, a great throw, and it's a big first down conversion for Boise State after the big loss of yardage.
Get an empty backfield. Smith back. Reads the field. Pass off to the left, and it is caught by Matthew Evans, 5 yards.
Good throw. That one floated out there a little bit by Ryan Smith, but Evans does a good job finding it and making the catch before he's drugged down. It's a good 5-yard pickup there on first down.
Another empty backfield. Drops back for a pass. Fires off to the left as a check down. Gets swatted down.
Yeah, that's a great play over there on the edge there by Spencer Tran. Just jumping up there, swatting it down. He read the quarterback's eyes and made a big play.
Quick pass, wide open. Touchdown, Boise. Matthew McCray, 49 yards.
Great job there by Matthew McCray, getting off the line of scrimmage. Just a simple streak right down the seam. Nobody stayed home and couldn't run with him. And Ryan Smith, another great throw. We've seen a lot of balls right on the money from Ryan Smith so far in this first quarter. That one no different. On the run, and McCray right into the end zone.
Boise takes a 14-0 lead midway through the first.
But this is going to be a big drive here for Nebraska's offense. I mean, they've got to get something going. We'll see if they go back to the running game. It started to work a little bit for them on that last drive. Maybe try and work some of that in, see if they can get something moving and try and hold some of this momentum or bring back some of this momentum that Boise State's built up.
Definitely. Go back to the run game, and only a gain of 1 on that play.
And again, it doesn't get them much on first down, but it starts the drive moving forward a little bit. Tyler O'Curran comes up, makes the tackle from his linebacker spot to stop that game for only 1.
Rory drops back to pass, check down to the receiver in the flat, and he's close to a first down, 3rd and inches. J.B. Bell with the reception.
Good job from J.B. Bell, just catching that ball in the flat, as you said, and he works his way upfield. And Rory, 1 of 2 throwing the football tonight. When they have dropped back to throw it, he hasn't had time to do so.
Read option pitch. Goes for about 5 yards in that play. Spencer Lewis Jr.
Good pickup that time from Nebraska. Spencer Lewis Jr. gets the late pitch on the triple option, and he's hit hard by T.J. Weinrich downfield, but it's too late. He's got a first down. Now that's a big one for Nebraska.
Nebraska in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Passes, and it is picked off. It's racing down the sideline. Can he get it to the end zone? No, stop short at the 5-yard line.
And that was a big play. Peyton Parker read that one all the way. It was floated out there a little bit of a comeback route, it looks like. And Rory was getting hit again, so we've seen him drop back to throw and have a lot of pressure in his face. This one no different, and Peyton Parker picks this one off and nearly sends it to the house. A big play from the Boise State defense.
Let's see what Boise State can do with this short field right here. They open up. No backs to the backfield. Quick pass and a touchdown. Garrett Warner, 2nd of the night.
Yeah, Garrett Warner, it's a simple bubble screen, but it was executed beautifully. Both receivers on that side picked up the blocks, and Warner had nobody in front of him. Could have walked that one in there. And Warner, 2 catches tonight, both of them in the end zone for touchdowns. So the freshman having a great night. That's 100% of his catches have been for points. So you can't start a career any better than that.
Yeah. Nebraska is going to kneel this down the end zone for a touchback. See if they can get the ball rolling.
And they had a drive going a couple of drives ago, got it across midfield. They need to protect the passer a little bit better. When Riley Rory drops back to pass, he's got no time, and we saw it on the last play. It cost him an interception.
Rory drops back for a pass. Little pass out to the flat there. 6-yard gain by J.B. Bell.
And this time he had a little bit of time to throw the football. They ran a quick route for him. They got the ball out of his hands early, and it picks up 6 on first down, probably their best first down play of the night.
Empty backfield. Rory looking, passes off to the right, and it's almost picked off by Wheeler.
Yeah, Tyler Wheeler, he read that one just like we saw Peyton Parker do last drive, and the only difference is there was no way anybody was going to catch him if he holds on to it. Unfortunately for Boise State, he drops it, but it's 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. Pass off to the flat and caught by John Blair. 7-yard gain.
And that's a good play on 3rd down. Just get Blair to the flat, let Rory throw it out there. Boise State backed their coverage off and kind of gave him one there.
Rory just throwing it away that time.
And Rory, I think a little bit gun shy on that play. Might have had a little bit more time than he thought, but rushed that throw a little bit, but decided not to throw it into any trouble.
Rory back for a pass, almost picked off again.
And TJ Weinrich this time. And so these Boise State defensive backs right now, they are reading the eyes of this freshman quarterback, and he is telling them right where he's going with it.
Pass off. Little pass off to the right side. J.B. Bell, gain of 4th and 8. They have to punt it away.
They're going to have to punt this one away, as you said, and this is Trace Jones coming up, making a big play in the open field, not allowing Bell to get any extra yards after that catch and forcing this Nebraska punt.
Gets the ball at the 25. He would have had one more blocker. He would have probably gotten to the 25 on the other side.
Yeah, had some room to work. Needed another block. And right now the Boise State special teams as well are really doing a great job and just doing everything they can to set their offense up with good field position.
Nico Grayson with a 54-yard reception.
And again, it is one more throw from Ryan Smith that's been right on the money. His receivers are not having to break stride at all on these deep balls, and Nico Grayson nearly gets that one into the end zone as he's drugged down by Martrell Wright just outside the goal line.
Ball is at the 2-yard line. We got 3 wide receivers to the near side, and a nice read option, run right in. Ryan Smith.
Well, we saw Ryan Smith on that first drive use his legs a lot, get it set up before he threw for the touchdown pass. So this drive, he sets it up with his arm, the big throw downfield, and then takes care of it himself with his legs. A good read option, as you said. Nobody home on that edge for Nebraska, and Boise State right now, 54 seconds to go in the first quarter, and they're running away with this one.
Nebraska gets the ball in the end zone, touchback.
And while we got a second here between series going on over on Twitch, you got Texas A&M visiting Clemson, and right now Clemson 24-0 over Texas A&M midway through the second quarter.
Looks like they're having the same game as we are. Murray, empty backfield, pass off to the near side, gain about 6 yards for Michael Sweeney.
And that's a good first down pickup there for Michael Sweeney and this Nebraska offense. Get 6 yards, get set up in a manageable second down so your offense can convert.
Rory drops back, and he is sacked again. This time it is O'Kern.
Yeah, Tyler O'Kern coming off the edge, does a great job. Just swim moves off the tackle and does a great job getting right into the face of Riley Rory, bringing him down. So it went from second and short to third and long all of a sudden, and now Nebraska back where they don't want to be.
Nebraska with a split backfield, pass off to the far side. Nick Edwards with a gain of 9, still 3 yards short of a first down, 4th and 3.
And that's where that sack on second down becomes a huge killer, because Michael Rory makes the right read, does a great job getting the ball out there, getting 9 yards on third down, but you're still forced to punt. You're 3 yards short still, and now Boise State again is going to have great field position.
And ball just beyond the midfield line. And with that ends the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, the score is 28-0. Boise State out in front. Stay tuned. You're watching the CSFL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. Boise comes out, running back in the one back in the backfield. Yeah.
And Nico Grayson, that's all right. Nico Grayson, a great catch. Does a great job getting another first down for Boise State. And right now, this offense is really rolling.
Handoff, going nowhere. Loss of 4 yards there.
And Braden Ringe does a great job coming in, just blowing up that offensive line. And Tyree had nowhere to go. So this running game, I thought would be a little bit more prominent. It hasn't shown up at all tonight, but Ryan Smith helping him out.
Little fake handoff, and he decides to tuck it and run, and he gets the first down and more. Ryan Smith is just running this offense literally.
Absolutely, and I just mentioned their running game hasn't shown up, and I should be corrected. Ryan Smith has shown up, and he has been the running game. It's been the running backs that haven't been able to get on track, but Ryan Smith has carried the load for the running game and has shouldered the load on the passing game.
Ryan Smith hands off and bounce to the outside with just back to the line of scrimmage.
And that was just great defense from this Nebraska team. They swarmed the football, didn't allow Tyree to get anything going. And when he thought he found a hole, they were able to close it up quickly.
Single back in the backfield. You got a read option, and he just is running over this defense. 7-yard gain.
Yeah, another 7 yards, and Ryan Smith, as you said, he's running over Nebraska right now. Martrell Wright took one there, was able to drag him down and get the tackle, but he felt the brunt of that tackle.
Handoff right up the middle with the gain of 6 on the play. Tyree.
Davian Tyree this time does a great job finding the hole, and the Boise State offensive line was able to create one for a running back for a change tonight. Tyree takes advantage, gets the 6 yards, runs over defender, and sets Boise State up 1st and goal again.
We got 3 wide receivers out to the far side. Drops back, pass to the far side. Caught, ran out of bounds, 2-yard reception.
And Garrett Warner's kind of wondering why he threw that one so close to the sideline. He was going to turn it up and get his 3rd touchdown there. There was nobody over there, but again, led just a little bit too far.
Had three receivers to the far close side, and it is intercepted in the end zone.
That is a big-time interception here for Nebraska. They did a great job getting this one turned over, and it's an interception, a turnover that they so desperately needed.
So they take over at the 20-yard line, and they do a little delayed handoff going nowhere.
Yeah, good job that time from the Boise State defensive line, DJ Jones. And I want to shout out, that was Jacob Buddy on that interception in the end zone. I'm sorry I couldn't find the number fast enough on my broadcast sheet to call him out. But a big play from him in the end zone, and then DJ Jones turns around and makes a big stop behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, 2 wide receivers to the near sideline, and he catches it for a 4-yard gain. Cunningham.
And Garrence Cunningham, a great job getting to the outside, a little 4-yard pickup. And again, this is where those negative plays on 1st down really hurt this Nebraska offense.
And Rory just throws it away. Yeah. I guess he heard the footsteps coming.
Yeah, he probably felt a little bit of pressure that wasn't there. He's been getting a lot of it and didn't get his feet set. He had a receiver with enough space if he throws it in there on a line, but he kind of floated that one out there, threw it away. And again, Boise State, even though they turn it over and didn't get points, they're going to get great field position after a great return here from Black.
Oh yeah, he returned it to his their Boise's 45.
I mean, he's done a great job all night, and there you see the offense. Nebraska hasn't been able to really get on track offensively, and they haven't done anything to stop Boise State on defense.
Drops back, fires, pass off to the right. Again with a little 3-yard reception.
And another positive play on first down for Ryan Smith in this offense, just getting themselves set up in front of the sticks.
Passes again, backtracks a little bit, gained a 2 on the play, threw it behind the receiver a little bit on that one.
Yeah, a little bit off target that time. Ryan Smith, we haven't seen it much from him there. This time, behind him, as you said, made McCray kind of come back, was still able to pick up 2, setting up a manageable 3rd down here.
3rd and 5. Smith fires off, looking for the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown, Nico Grayson, 40 yards.
And again, we just talked about how that was the first throw that Smith had made that wasn't quite right on the money. So he turns around and throws one 40 yards downfield on a dot, just drops it in the bucket. Grayson makes an easy catch behind the defense for another big play. And Boise State's offense, well, they didn't put up a lot of points last year. They're trying to make up for that in one game here tonight.
Yeah, they're definitely firing on all cylinders. You think he has a feed to our broadcast, and anytime you say something, he's like, "Oh, really?" We've wondered that before, and it does seem like this time around Ryan Smith has kind of got us plugged into his headset over there and decided he was going to prove us wrong on that throw. Nick Edwards takes that kickoff out of the end zone to just wind up back at the 25.
And now it's time for Nick Edwards, the rest of this offense, to kind of get rolling. And I said earlier they needed to rely on the running game, and it might be about time to throw that out the window and try and move the ball downfield with the pass.
Looks like they were setting up for a halfback screen, but he just didn't see anything and threw it away.
And again, when the young freshman is feeling some pressure, he's not going to stand in there quite the way you would like him to. And again, on the screen pass, it was all right in his face.
Rory sets back, tosses it out, floats it a little bit, and it's an incomplete pass.
And again, tried to throw that one off his back foot because he was getting some pressure. He tried to flip it out there to Cunningham and just wasn't able to complete the pass there. It'll be another 3rd and long coming up for Nebraska.
Rory takes a step back, and he is sacked again by Wilson.
And that's Alexander Wilson's 3rd sack of the ball game. And Boise State, I believe, is up to 5 on the night as a team. They're just doing a great job getting into the backfield, creating pressure on Riley Rory. And that poor young quarterback has just been unable to set his feet and make the reads downfield like he'd like to.
He's had his face in the grass more times than he's been standing today. I hate to say it.
I absolutely agree. And it's kind of done a lot in this game. It's put Nebraska behind the chains. It's forced them to punt from deep in their own territory. And on the flip side, it's given Boise State the field position that we're seeing here consistently.
I don't think Boise has had a drive where they don't start close to midfield yet.
I think you're right. I think their worst starting field position is somewhere around their own 35 or 40, so they've done a great job. And then you keep getting runs like that 6-yard carry on first down from Ryan Smith and setting yourself up in great positions.
Ryan Smith, empty backfield, fires off to the far side for only a yard reception.
Only a yard, but again, it's a positive play on 2nd down. It'll set them up for a manageable 3rd down, and the way this offense has been moving, 3rd and 4 is nothing.
They had that 4 wide receiver formation at the bottom of the screen, and he throws it, overthrows the receiver, it looked like.
Yeah, that time he had a man, and again, just not connecting with him. One of the rare misses from Ryan Smith tonight.
And they're going for it on 4th and 4. He drops back for a pass, fires it down the middle, wide open. Nico Grayson.
And that time it looks like it was a little comeback route from Nico Grayson or just a stop route. He just kind of turns around. The ball is a little bit underthrown, but it works out to his benefit as he stops and the defender just keeps going. That was Buddy who made the interception in the end zone just a couple of drives ago. But he was unable to put the brakes on fast enough, and that's a big 4th down conversion for Boise State's offense.
Let's see if they can capitalize on that 4th down. Last time they were in the red zone, they threw an interception in the end zone. So McCray with a 2-yard reception.
And again, another positive play on first down, and Ryan Smith again being consistent and just finding the open receiver.
With a read handoff, and he gets about 3 on the play. Ryan Smith trying to make it work again with his feet. He's been doing that all game.
Yeah, and Martrell Wright getting a stop there, his 5th tackle. Ryan Smith 2 yards away from breaking 100 here in the first half from the quarterback position.
Ryan Smith back for the pass, wide open. Looks like a slant right over the middle. Jordan Tyler with an 8-yard reception.
A simple route from Jordan Tyler. You called it a little slant route, and there was nobody in the middle of the field for the Nebraska defense, and they're lucky they were able to gang tackle him and keep him out of the end zone on that play.
Little read option handoff. He makes it in for a 2-yard touchdown.
So Ryan Smith now, he's 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's at about 100 yards now if they give him the full 2 yards here. So that should be 100 exactly. And another scoring drive. And again, doing it quickly in less than 2 minutes, they were able to put that one in the end zone. And I mean, we've got a 42-0 ball game here with still 3.5 to go in the first half.
They are quick pace, bang, bang play. Decides to take it out of the end zone, and he gets stopped right around the 18-yard line. And
Nolan Ellis tried to bring this one out, and again, a poor decision. Doesn't even get it to the 20, but as we see Boise State's defense on their way back out to the field, and you can see the highlights. It's been their defense. It's really dominated Nebraska here early on, and just continually putting pressure on Riley Rory, and you see there all the sacks just from Austin Wilson himself. Looks like Rory's back for a pass. Looks like they went for a screen pass and did not work out for him. Sacked by and Dante Bonilla it comes flying in there, and like you said, they tried to set up a screen and just unable to get it set up quick enough for Riley Rory to even throw the football. And Bonilla just right off the line of scrimmage, right in his face before he has any chance. 2nd and 20. They're on their own 9-yard line. And he floats it out over the receiver out of bounds. And it looked like they wanted to set up another screen, but they were in the backfield again so quickly that he had to throw that one to the receiver going down the sideline and winds up throwing it away. Empty backfield. He almost was taken down, but it was caught. A.J. Mullins with an 18-yard reception. It's still 2 yards short of a first down, but that was one heck of a play. And one of the better plays we've seen, bigger plays anyway, from this Nebraska offense. A good job from Rory standing in the pocket, took a hit when he threw the football, and makes a big completion downfield. But again, the sack on first down really derailed that drive before it got going. So the punt sails out of bounds around the 49-yard line. Still pretty good field position for Boise. Empty backfield. Smith drops back, fires it off to the right. Another chip shot, 2-yard gain there. And Ryan Smith, if that's what they're going to give him, he will take that for the rest of the ball game. A couple of yards here and there, and just not turn the football over. Fires it right over the middle on a slant route. Jordan Tyler with his 2nd reception of the night. Yeah, another big catch from Tyler, and again, Spencer Trahan does a great job making the tackle downfield. But again, it's near the line or near the yards to gain, so 3rd and short again for Boise State. Looks like a little wide receiver bubble screen didn't quite work out. Decided to turn up field before he even had the ball in his hands, and that's a quick 4 and out. Yeah, he looked upfield to see where the blocking was before he got the ball, like you said. Unfortunately for Boise State, because he had some room to the outside if he was able to catch it. But Nebraska, a great job getting the ball back now for their offense to at least see if they can get some sort of momentum going here before halftime. So Nick Edwards fielded that ball at the 10, got about 4 yards before he got stopped. So they'll start the drive at the 14. And again, the guys in the truck are just loving showing this Boise State defense. 5 sacks, 4 hurries, and a knockdown. And that seems like every time that Riley Rory has dropped back to throw the football. Nebraska takes over.
at their own 15. It looks like they marked down, and they pass it open receiver, Garrens Cunningham, 22-yard reception.
And the last two throws now from Riley Rory have looked really good. The one on third down that ended the drive before was a throw right on the money on an out route. This time a little corner route to Cunningham, and he drops it in the bucket, a big 22-yard pickup, and just like that, a big play has got Nebraska out near the 40-yard line.
Rory drops back, throws it right over the middle, and it is caught by Cunningham again, 8 yards.
And again, Cunningham doing a great job catching this ball over the middle, gets it closer to the first down, and Marcus Perez has to wrestle him down.
2nd and 2. Looks, fires, overthrows. Don't know if he heard the footsteps.
And maybe he is. Like we keep saying it, these defensive linemen from Boise State are getting in there quick. So he's throwing the football maybe a half a count earlier than he wants to.
Read option stuffed up for a negative 3 yards on that play.
And it's Trace Jones this time coming in, making a big play. And, of course, Wilson there as well to help bring him down. Another drive, the second one or so we've seen Nebraska start to put together and then get near that midfield stripe and stall. And it's, again, the Boise State defensive line that's kind of caused some problems for Nebraska.
So it looks like Nebraska is just wasting clock here.
So while they do that, Clemson over on Twitch is leading Texas A&M 31-0 with about 5.5 to go in the third quarter.
That seems to be a fun game over there.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that one isn't closer than it is. I'm very surprised that this one isn't any closer than it is. But here you see this Boise State offensive attack already around 350 yards here, and we've still got a minute to go in the first half.
Well, the punt was brought back to the 29-yard line. Smith back for a pass. Decides he didn't see anything. He tries to take off for no gain on the play.
And Kareem Barnes, a good job kind of backtracking from his defensive end position as Ryan Smith tried to step up in the pocket. He makes a big play. They give him a sack, but he's dropped right about the line of scrimmage. So nothing really lost from Ryan Smith there, especially in a game like this. They're not looking to push the ball downfield, and they're not in a big hurry.
Oh, no. Yeah, one running back in the backfield. Looks like he's calling for an audible. Just wasting more clock, it looks like. I think they're very content with going into halftime with a 42-0 lead. What do you think?
Yeah, they're just trying not to turn it over here.
Halfback screen. Oh, and he's breaking tackles, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, Tavian Tyree, a great job slipping tackles, a little screen play. And now Boise State, after that, is going to take a timeout and get in position to try and score again.
Drops back for a pass, fires right over the middle, and it is caught for a first down. Matthew McCray call another timeout. 8 seconds left in the half. They're at the 48-yard line, it looks like. Fires it over the middle again, and they are going to take their last timeout. Nico Grayson with a 9-yard gain.
And now I think we're just going to see Ryan Smith throw it to the end zone and see what happens.
Drops back, looks, fires to the end zone, and it is no good. Incomplete pass. I couldn't tell if anybody caught that. Well, going into halftime, the score, Boise State 42, Nebraska nothing. What do you think about that first half, Nate?
You know, I'm a little bit, at a loss of words. I mean, Boise State, I knew was going to come out with a much different game plan, a different plan of attack than we saw all season last season. Obviously abandoning the triple option book. But Ryan Smith still using his legs to his advantage, especially early in this ball game in that first drive. And then it just became bombs away. They were able to find open receivers all over the field. And then for Nebraska and Riley Rory, the freshman, it's been an introduction by fire into the CFSL for this young man. He's been under pressure all night long. The defensive line, especially for Boise State, getting home, they haven't really had to use extra blitzers to get to the quarterback, and it's caused a lot of problems for Nebraska.
Boise is holding Nebraska to under 100 yards total offense and a negative 8 yards rushing. That is incredible.
And a lot of that is the sacks for the rushing problems that Nebraska has seen. They just haven't had room to do anything, and we keep saying it sounds like a broken record. But the way Boise State's defense has really controlled the line of scrimmage, gotten pressure on the quarterback, it's also stalled out Nick Edwards and Spencer Lewis Jr. in the running game. And Nebraska's just had no room to work. I mean, the 90 yards passing just goes to show that even when they do throw the football, they're not having much success.
Nebraska gets the ball at the beginning of the second half. Nick Edwards tried to hurdle somebody, and it looks like he got tripped up at the, 20?
Yeah, it looks like he's right about the 20-yard line. And now,
21.
Yeah, now this Nebraska offense, they got to go find something. They got to go find some points somewhere just to get some confidence going.
Rory had a glimmer of hope by passing the ball late in the second half, and he does it with the first pass of the half, 39 yards to Garrence Cunningham.
Yeah, and Cunningham, a big play there. We've seen a couple of big ones from him. And when Rory has had time to throw the football, he's had some success. We've seen a little bit of a glimmer of hope, as you mentioned, late in that first half. And now can they hold up on the front and not allow this Boise State defense to get pressure?
Set up in the shotgun. Takes a huge open receiver off to the far side. Nolan Ellis with an 11-yard and a first down.
Nolan Ellis, his first catch of the ball game, good for a first down, as you mentioned. Just a simple stop route. He stops at the chains, and Riley Rory with enough time puts it right on the money.
Rory back for another pass, and he gets down. Sacked for the 6th time this game?
Yeah, I believe so. And 2 of them there from Bonilla himself. A great job. Again, it's the front 4. They're not even bringing extra pressure. So the freshman quarterback is having to try and read a 7 or 8 man secondary, and all this with guys just barreling down on him all night long.
See if you can shake that one off. Steps back to passes off to wide receiver open. Nolan Ellis' second reception for 6 yards. Is 3rd and 11.
And again, it's a simple, quick throw and catch. But the problem is that first down play. It's kind of derailed this back half of this drive.
It is the story of this game. First down play is always hurting, regardless of the team. Looks like,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you're right. And there you see it again as Garrence Cunningham, another big catch, another 7 yards. But because of the sack on first down, Nebraska's going to have to settle for a field goal.
So there will be no shutout tonight. Nebraska puts a field goal on the board. Score now is 42-3.
And that's a good drive. Marshall Drake putting Nebraska on the board for the first time this season. Puts it between the uprights. So Nebraska gets the drive that they needed. They didn't finish it with the touchdown they wanted, but they were able to put a drive together. They hit a big pass play to start that drive, and they were able to get points on the board.
Smith has been on fire through the air and on the ground that first half. Let's see if he can keep it going through the second.
And again, there you see Nico Grayson. He's got 6 catches, 157 yards. So one of the favorite targets of Ryan Smith. We'll see if he continues to target him.
Smith is in the back, decides to run it. Gets around the 30. Gain of 5 on the play.
And I believe that was Caleb Killingsworth that drug him down, the outside linebacker. So again, Smith not seeing anything he likes and using his legs over 100 yards tonight already.
Little fake handoff, throw right over the middle for a first down. Garrett Warner.
And Garrett Warner doing a great job. Another catch for him. He's got a couple of touchdowns. The freshman wide receiver, getting involved early and often.
Little read option again, and he's going to get it again with his feet. A 13-yard rush. He could very well have 200 yards rushing this game.
And Buck Berg, his 5th tackle, I agree. He's going to be close if he doesn't get it, because he's making all the right reads and all the right decisions so far tonight. Although that right there, that's going to hurt the rushing stats a little bit. Kareem Barnes, a good job spinning off the tackle and making a play in the backfield. One of the few times we've seen Ryan Smith lose yardage tonight.
Sorry about that. Screen froze a bit, but yes. Smith in an empty backfield. Gets the snap. Takes a little bit too long, and he is sacked. And that is KJ Speed with the sack.
Great play from KJ Speed, a corner blitz, then the freshman able to get home, and finally we see Nebraska's defense dialing up a little bit of pressure and making a couple of plays here in the backfield. Sets up Boise State with a long 3rd down.
Smith drops back, fires to the far side of the field, out of bounds, overthrows the receiver.
And this time it might have been Ryan Smith feeling a little bit of extra heat that may not have been there quite yet. Not a lot of room to throw that football in either. Good coverage down on the backside there from Nebraska secondary. Forces Ryan Smith to throw that one away, and Nebraska's defense steps up and forces a punt.
Nebraska gets the punt at the 20-yard line. Nick Edwards returns it for 14 yards for probably their best field position of the day.
Yeah, I can't remember a time that they've started any better than their own 35 so far tonight.
Roy drops back, scans the field, fires just at the feet of his receiver.
And this time it was good coverage downfield. Again, it's 7 guys defending on the back end, nowhere to throw that football. And Rory tried to throw it kind of back across his body and didn't have enough on it.
Rory back for another pass, and he is brought down. Who's that?
Tyler O'Curran, yeah, he does a great job, and this is the 2nd time we've seen him come off the edge and is able to make a big play. He gets by a couple of guys over there on the edge and makes a play in the backfield. Another Boise State sack. I mean, Riley Rory, he's going to know these guys by name by the end of this ball game.
Definitely. He's got the happy feet going on. Fires right down the middle, and he's got a open wide receiver, Nolan Ellis, for a gain of 39. He has to be listening to us.
Yeah, this time we get Rory dialing into the broadcast, and Nolan Ellis does a great job here. Runs right by the Boise State secondary. It's TJ Weinrich. You don't see him get beat very often. And he was outran that time, and a good throw from Riley Rory. He still had a little bit of the happy feet going on, but he was able to put one on the money.
Looks like they're trying to do a screen again, blown up, nowhere to go, or, well, nowhere to throw, rather.
And it's the speed of the Boise State defensive line just doing a great job on those screen plays.
Rory back for a pass, fires it over the middle with an open receiver. That is Nolan Ellis again for a 14-yard gain.
And Sage Collins coming back and making the tackle on that one, or they would have had a little bit more room to run. Coming across the middle, open receiver. Looks like Nebraska's offense starting to find a little bit of a rhythm and find a weakness in Boise State's defense.
Little run out pass play. Goes for 3 yards to Fernandez.
And I like that design play. You get Rory rolling out. I get him away from some of that pressure. He was able to turn, set his feet, and make a throw, and Tyler Wheeler had to make a tackle.
He got tight end in motion. He's got time. Throws out to the flat. Gain about 4 yards there. Good patience there. He didn't force anything.
And he stepped up in the pocket a little bit and almost got himself in trouble. Did a good job stopping, setting his feet, And as you said, showing the patience, dumping that one down to Nick Edwards out of the backfield, who makes a little bit of a play. And now Nebraska 3rd and 4, but this is a manageable 3rd down, something they haven't seen many of tonight.
And another rollout play seemed to work for him, and it is intercepted in the end zone.
Yeah, a great play on the back end that time by Tyler Wheeler. And just reading the eyes of Riley Rory, who again rolled out. It worked the first time, but this time he wasn't able to get the feet set and make a good throw.
He had a read option pass, and it's good for a 2-yard gain. TJ Williams.
And TJ Williams, the fullback who we heard a lot from last season in that triple option, getting another taste of some action here, gets a catch out of the backfield on the little RPO action.
Hands off, tries to get around the corner, and he gets about 6 yards. Tavion Tyree.
And now we'll see Tyree in this running game, I would think, get some more carries here as this ball game gets a little bit later. A lot of talented backs in the backfield. They haven't seen a lot of the rock tonight.
3rd and 2, and he fires it over the middle, and the pass is dropped.
And I'm not sure, I didn't catch the number, but I think that was 88 Garrett Warner. So the first time we've seen the freshman make a freshman mistake for Boise there, drops what would have been a 1st down to keep the drive alive.
You got a booming punt fielding at the 30-yard line, and he makes it to about the midfield line. Good return by Edwards.
A solid return. Now, good field position. We've seen some of the field position battles swing towards Nebraska a little bit. Now let's see if their offense can get some rhythm rolling again.
Split backfield, passes over the middle, and it is good for a 1st down. Nick Edwards, 11 yards.
And again, it's just something simple, a quick throw to get the ball out of Riley Rory's hands. 223 yards tonight, and a lot of those coming on some quick throws.
Drops back, scans the field, and it just throws it, overthrows the receiver. I don't know if that was a bad read or blown route.
And he threw it into some coverage. He's kind of lucky he overthrew it. So maybe it was a good read. We'll give the freshman a little bit of credit on that one.
Fires it to the near side with a catch by Garrence Cunningham, 17-yard gain.
And Cunningham, all of a sudden, 6 catches, nearly 100 yards on the night, and a lot of them have come here in this 3rd quarter. We've seen him make some big plays. He had the big one down the seam to start this half. So right now, the Nebraska offense finding a little bit of a rhythm throwing the football. And I know it's maybe a little too late tonight, but it builds confidence for next week.
Definitely a quick throw out of bounds. I don't know what happened there.
He just, again, feeling a little bit of those happy feet, seeing ghosts a little bit, and threw that one away maybe quicker than he needed to.
Bring the rush, and he throws it away once again.
And again, he had Cunningham breaking towards the sideline. Not a lot of room to squeeze that one in there. Had to make the perfect throw, and I think maybe just put a little too much air under that one.
Empty backfield. 3 wide receivers to the far side, and he gets sacked. And that is Wilson again.
Yeah.
4 sacks
Alexander
tonight.
Wilson. Yeah, 4 sacks. He's done a great job. And really the problem has been when Nebraska gets into obvious passing downs and they go to that empty set, it's one-on-one blocking, and your tackle right now just cannot handle Alexander Wilson. Back there again making a big play, and Nebraska had a good drive going. Going to have to settle for another field goal.
Snap down, ball down. Kick is away, looks good, and it is.
Yeah, it's a big kick. Marshall Drake again, not an easy kick. Had a little bit of an angle to it.
Oh,
and actually
put
it off the upright. Yeah,
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it looked like it was tailing, but I didn't realize it had hit the post. So a little bit of a shooter's roll on that one for Drake. And I mean, Nebraska will take it. They need a couple of breaks to go their way tonight.
Black returns that ball to the 25-yard line. See if Boise can get on the board this second half. They've been 4 and out. read option, and it is a gain of 4 yards in that play. Hopefully they're finally seeing it.
And Martrell Wright, he's seen enough of it. His 6th tackle of the night. He was there waiting for Ryan Smith as he turned the corner.
And Tavion Tyree with the first down run.
And Buck Berg, his 6th tackle of the night. So quietly racking up some tackles is Buck Berg. And again, that was just a simple handoff up the middle, a little inside zone play. And right now it's got to be Tyree time if you're Boise State.
Another handoff. Gain of 1 that time.
And again, it's Buck Berg that runs him down right at the edge there, and only a pickup of 1. And if Berg doesn't make that tackle, there's some extra room out there for Tyree to roll.
I think they're going to exchange jerseys at the end of this game. And a pass to the far sideline, Garrett Warner for the first down.
And I mean, they've seen enough of each other coming around the edge there. But again, Garrett Warner, and there's Berg again making another tackle. But Warner, the freshman, having a great night.
Definitely, yeah. Smith back.
And that time, Nebraska's defensive line going to get a little bit lucky there. And I'm not sure who it was. I believe it was Sutton was able to kind of make some contact and force Smith to the ground there. And this time, Ryan Smith trying to get to the outside on the read option, and again, shut down by Martrell Wright. So Martrell Wright doing a great job on these last couple of read option plays, shutting things down. 3rd down and 17 coming up. Boise State in an empty set, and Smith going to throw it again. He's going to cross the middle. It's complete one more time. Jordan Tyler for 16 yards. And it'll be a 4th and 1 as Ryan Smith, another completion, but on a 3rd. So now we'll see Nebraska get the football back here. And there's about 17 seconds left here, 3rd quarter. And actually, Boise State up 42-3. They're going to 42-6. They're going to fake it. And Damian Battle is going to get a 14-yard reception on 4th and 1 and a big first down for the Boise State offense. Coming right back out now. 5 receivers set. They're going to throw it one more time. Instead, Ryan Smith is going to take off with it. And again, back to the line of scrimmage. So that's going to close out the 3rd quarter here in Boise, Idaho. Boise State over top of Nebraska right now, 42-6. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube.
Sorry for that little technical difficulty. Smith takes it for a run, gain of 1 yard.
So while you were gone, you actually missed a Boise State converting a fake punt and keeping this drive alive. This time, Wright comes up with a big tackle and setting up a 3rd and long.
Smith fires, and it is batted down at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a big play from this defensive line, and I didn't quite see the number that was able to jump up and get it. 98 was in the range, was in the area. I don't know exactly who got their hands on it, but a big play nonetheless, forcing a big field goal.
Field goal is good. Lifts the uprights, it looks like. No doink this time.
Yeah, just straight down the middle. Cam Parker does a great job knocking that one home from distance. And again, Boise now just extending this lead.
Nebraska brings that out to the 21-yard line.
And now, 8.5 minutes to go in this ball game, and Nebraska's offense maybe starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. They'd love to put one in the end zone here, get their quarterback a little bit more confidence. He's made some big throws here in the second half.
Bird drops back, fires it off to the left. and it is caught for a first down by Garrence Cunningham. 13-yard gain, and he is over 110 yards.
Yeah, Garrence Cunningham, the junior, having a big first night here tonight in season 14. He'd love to keep this rolling.
Little pass off to the near side of the field. John Blair with a gain of 8, his second reception of the night.
And Blair getting back involved. We haven't called his name in a while, but his second catch there, a good one on first down, setting him up at the second and short.
Keep this train rolling. Another completion off to the far side of the field. It's a 10-yard reception by Garrence Cunningham.
And right now, Garrence Cunningham is finding his way open in this Boise secondary. And maybe they're backing off a little bit, just trying not to get beat over the top, but Cunningham's finding the holes.
Steps back, and it is almost picked off. Trace Jones, rather, with the deflection.
And just like we saw in the first half, this time Trace Jones able to read the eyes of the quarterback. Made a great play, just stepping in front of the receiver at the last second.
Drop back, and a wide open receiver off to the near side of the field. Nolan Ellis almost at the 100-yard mark as well.
And this is what I'm talking about. This Nebraska offense starting to find some ways to move the football. So taking some notes, looking towards next week, I'm sure, as they've thrown it a lot tonight. But Nolan Ellis, a great job getting himself near 100 yards already.
All right, drop back, and he is brought down in the backfield by who? Wilson.
Yeah, Alexander Wilson one more time. Give him 5 on the night. And they're going to have to find a way. I don't know if they got to send the running back, line a tight end up on his side, but do something to kind of slow him down before he makes any more plays in the backfield. That's not a guy you want to continue to hit your quarterback all night long.
I feel that number 71 is going to have to run back to Nebraska.
Yeah, and that's probably not an easy jog for a big old offensive lineman, but he's earned himself a few extra laps somewhere along the way. But this Boise State defense, again, J.B. Bell making a catch there, but nowhere to run because the guys in blue have been all over the place tonight.
Rory dropped back for a pass, and interception. He tries to race down the sideline, but can't. Gets forced out of bounds. Dawson Daniels with the interception.
Dawson Daniels, the freshman cornerback, coming in, making his first interception of his career. Great catch there. And Rory would have liked to put a little bit more air under that one, I think. He kind of had a chance to squeeze that one in there, but he threw it a little bit too flat. And a great play by Daniels coming up with it.
Smith takes over, tosses a little pitch and catch to Nico Grayson for a 4-yard gain.
And Nico Grayson, we said it coming out of the half, he was kind of the go-to guy, but I think one catch here in this half, but he's over 160 yards in the ballgame.
Smith with the read option, and he gains enough for the first down, probably around 7 yards.
And Killingsworth, another tackle, give him 5 on the night, but again, Ryan Smith, he's taken his claim to maybe a player of the week the way he's been running and throwing the football here tonight.
Definitely. And he overthrows a receiver who is in the sea of white there.
Good coverage that time from the Nebraska secondary. And you said there was about 3 white jerseys over there. Nowhere for Ryan Smith to go with that football.
Smith drops back, and it is caught for a 4-yard gain. You can see Garrett Warner with the reception.
And Warner, another catch, his 7th on the night. So Ryan Smith getting comfortable with the freshman here early in the season, and that's a good sign for this Boise offense.
Yeah, 4 wide receivers to the far side of the field. He scans the field, and he just underthrows his receiver. It lands at his feet.
And that was just not setting his feet. He had some extra time that I don't feel like he thought he had. If he would have set his feet and tried not to throw that one back across his body like that, he has an open receiver, and he's got a lot of room to work with it. But a good job from this Nebraska defense, forcing another punt from Boise State.
Nick Edwards with a return of 11 yards. That brings it out to the 35-yard line. Rory back, scans the field, little pitch and catch to the sideline for an 11-yard gain by Nolan Ellis.
Yeah, now Nolan Ellis is over the 100-yard mark for the night. A nice 11-yard pickup there. Good job getting his toes down inbounds.
Looks like John Blair gets a little action there. 8-yard gain.
Yeah, and again, we saw him on the last drive. And again, Rory finding some rhythm. He's made some good throws. Obviously, the last one on the last drive, not his best, but he's doing a great job finding open receivers.
A little wheel route to the outside for a negative on that play.
Tried to get it to Spencer Lewis Jr. in the flat. And really, if he doesn't throw that ball behind him, he's at least got room to turn it up and get back to the line of scrimmage. Unfortunately, it was behind the receiver, and he runs out of room.
Fires almost intercepted by Weinrich.
And TJ Weinrich playing center field just like he's been taught to. Does a great job knocking that one down at the last second. And now Nebraska on 4th down going to have to go for it.
6 yards to gain. And they do. And it is a gain about 14. Nolan Ellis.
And boy, now Ellis over 120 yards on just 7 catches. So he's made the big plays, and really on a 4th and 7, none bigger than that.
Got an empty backfield, tossed right over the middle, and it looks like he got the first down. John Blair, 11 yards.
And Blair coming across the middle, they were bringing some pressure, so Blair just replaced the blitzing linebackers. Rory hits him and does a good job picking up the first down as O'Curran gets another tackle.
Little short drop, and he is rushed and hit by Wilson.
Hey, Wilson again just coming off the edge. Alexander Wilson, this time not going to get credit for a sack, but he does a great job putting another hit on Riley Rory.
Rory drops back, scans the field, but there he goes. Another sack by Wilson.
And 6 sacks on the night, 8 tackles, 7 in the backfield. I mean, Alexander Wilson has done everything tonight, except for maybe score a touchdown. I mean, he'd love a scoop and score now at this point. That would really be the cherry on top of his night, but a big job tonight. Alexander Wilson, 6 sacks so far on the night.
That brings up 3rd and 18. He drops back to pass, and he has a receiver, and he drops it in the end zone.
And Riley Rory can't throw a better football than that, and he puts it right on the money. His receiver just didn't help him out, and now they're going to have to try a 50-yard field goal.
Looks good, and it dings up. It looked like it hit off the post again. But
and
it's no good.
And this time Drake just not able to get it between the uprights. Just slides it.
Yeah, outside of the post, it looked like.
Yeah, just slides it to the left. So another good drive that gets derailed by an Alexander Wilson sack.
Smith with a read option. This time it goes for a loss on the play, 2 yards. Buck Berg with his 9th tackle of the game.
Buck Berg tonight, I mean, for this Nebraska defense, for a defense that's kind of been shredded, Berg has had a great night, 9 tackles. He's done a great job in the run game when Boise State has run it.
Little quick slip screen. Garrett Warner gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
And we've seen that play work a couple times for Boise State. So that time well defended from Nebraska. And 3rd down, 4 of 11 for Boise State. So really one of the negatives for their offense tonight.
They go for a halfback screen that only goes for 2 yards, and they're going to have to punt the ball away.
And again, it's Buck Berg making another big hit in the open field. Tyree turns and tries to get it upfield, and Berg's just sitting there waiting. So Berg, 10 tackles on the night. Again, a kind of a quiet, good night for Buck Berg so far.
Looks like they're playing milk the clock.
Yeah, they're going to run this one down, trying just to kind of kill as much as they can here before they punt it back.
This has been an interesting game, and interesting I mean by one-sided.
Yeah, I mean, Boise State, they came out early. They dominated offensively, and then obviously their defense has made play after play as well, forcing a couple of turnovers and consistently getting to the quarterback and bringing him down.
Now, a good thing that Nebraska can look at, they've only held Boise to 3 points in the second half. So J.B. Bell with the 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, and Bell 5 catches, so he's had a pretty decent night from the tight end position. And you're right, the Nebraska defense has come out in the second half. They've made a few plays, and they've held Boise to only a field goal.
Motion. Defense bought it, and it is a nice pass over the middle to J.B. Bell for an 11-yard gain.
So back-to-back plays for J.B. Bell, and that was a great play fake by Rory. It actually bought him a couple of extra seconds to allow Bell to run that route all the way across the field.
A read option that didn't go anywhere for Rory. Sage Collins with his 7th tackle of the game.
And good job from Sage Collins. He initially kind of bit down inside on the running back, comes back, makes the play from behind. Good job. And again, Rory made the right read. There was just too many blue jerseys.
Handoff goes up the middle for a gain about 6. Spencer Lewis Jr. That's only his 6th touch of the game.
Yeah, they've kind of taken the ball out of the running back's hands, and Tyler Wheeler, 9 tackles on the night. So a good night for him so far. But I agree, only running the ball a limited amount of times, and might need to look into that a little bit more going into next week.
Oh, he sheds the first tackle, but goes down for a sack. DJ Jones.
And again, this Boise State defense, it's the front 4. They haven't had to bring linebackers to get to Rory here tonight. And Jones coming up with another sack for this defense, forcing another punt. So again, a decent drive, a couple of nice plays from Nebraska's offense, and then they can't protect the quarterback a couple of plays in a row, and the drive just stalls.
And that punt goes out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So we'll get the ball at the 20. And it looks like just here to run the ball. And that running play is blown up in the backfield, but I think they're just wasting the clock at this point. Buck Berg with the tackle.
Yeah, I agree. They're just chewing clock now. And again, Berg coming up 11 tackles on the night. He's done a great job just kind of being disruptive around the line of scrimmage. Just not enough plays from the Nebraska defense.
One more run should do it. This was a eye-opener to any of those Boise doubters.
Absolutely. You know, I called it earlier in the offseason. Boise State's one of those teams to watch out for. Different offense, new look, and they showed it tonight.
Well, that is the end of this one, and I'll tell you, it was ugly. Player of the game is Ryan Smith, obviously, with his feet over 100 yards rushing. What did you feel about this game?
Boise State came out early and took control both sides of the football, offensively and defensively. Nebraska showed some signs. They're just going to have to make a few more plays next week.
Well, that ends it for this one. Thank you to our executive producer, Mike Peters, and my broadcast partner, Big Murph. For tonight's session, on behalf of our broadcast crew, I'm CJ Furman, and you've been watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. We'll see you later tonight for the second game.